NXIVM started with a promise of unlocking human potential, and it ended with federal convictions. This is how a self-help organization became a criminal enterprise.
It was founded back in the late 1990s by Keith Raniere. NXIVM was marketed as a kind of executive success program, one that promised to unlock a person's potential for a pretty significant fee.
On the surface, NXIVM operated through a series of expensive, multi-day workshops, and it presented a really polished and legitimate corporate facade to the public.
These intensive courses used psychological exercises and group sessions, all designed to break down emotional barriers. The stated goal? To help participants overcome their limiting beliefs so they could achieve peak performance.
But just beneath that self-help veneer, a rigid pyramid-like hierarchy was taking shape. To advance within the group, you needed to show escalating levels of commitment and, of course, financial investment. Right at the top, you had the founder, Keith Raniere, and a small inner circle. They exerted immense control, dictating members' diets, their careers, and even their romantic relationships.
Financial control was absolutely critical. Members were pressured to spend thousands, sometimes even tens of thousands of dollars on courses just to progress within the organization's ranks.
This whole thing created a cycle of deepening involvement. It began with the intensive programs, which then led to reshaping personal decisions based on NXIVM's ideology. Then, members were encouraged to isolate themselves from skeptical friends and family, ultimately adopting a new identity tied entirely to the group. Deeper within NXIVM, an even more secretive group was formed. It was known as DOS, and here the control mechanisms became far more extreme.
That polished corporate image was crucial. It provided a respectable cover that allowed the organization's more coercive practices to go completely unnoticed by the public for years. This inner circle, DOS, operated on a master-slave dynamic. Female members, who were designated as slaves, were required to obey their masters without question and recruit other women into the group.
To ensure total compliance, the group used powerful, coercive tools. The most potent of these was the collection of collateral, damaging personal information or photos that would be released if a member ever tried to leave.
The entire structure began to collapse when a handful of former members decided to risk everything and speak out publicly.
Their public testimony triggered a chain reaction. Journalistic exposés led to federal investigations. Soon after, key figures, including Keith Raniere, were arrested on charges of sex trafficking and forced labor, which led to their eventual convictions. The NXIVM case really serves as a stark warning. A system marketed as self-help had evolved into a coercive structure of psychological and even physical control.
The story of NXIVM leaves us with a lingering question. In the pursuit of self-improvement, where is the line between empowerment and control?